let's not waste anyone's time. Let's jump right into it. We've got a really, really good matchup come Saturday afternoon, 12 p.m. kickoff in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where the 5-2 Columbia Lions hit the road to take on the 6-1 Harvard Crimson. I believe their mascot is John Harvard, if I'm not mistaken. 12 p.m. kickoff on ESPN Plus. And Brad, we're back in the FCS in the Ivy League. This is the battle of academics, as I like to call it, at Harvard Stadium. Brad, I'll turn it over to you. Thoughts on this game and who comes out on top in Cambridge?
My first thought is if you were in the Boston area, I saw tickets are going for as cheap as $11. So there are still some tickets out there available for this game. So if you want to go see a good college football game and our future lawyers of America, I encourage you to go check out this game. But this is always just a classic one, always so much fun. Columbia, of course, coming in 5-2, Harvard at 6-1. You mentioned that. I'm going to keep this really short and sweet before I turn over to you guys. I'm going to take the Harvard Crimson in this one. Their quarterback, Jaden Craig, has been absolutely fantastic this year. Just looking down at my notes, 18 touchdowns to 2 picks. And they've got a great 1-2 punch at receiver with Barquette and Woods. These two guys have combined for 80 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So this one's in Cambridge. It's at home. Give me the Crimson in this one.
Yeah, Brad, it's hard on these FCS games. There's obviously no spread for FCS games. And as we sit here and look at the matchup, these are two very good programs this year. Harvard and Columbia both leading the way in the Ivy League. I believe both stand 3-1 in the conference. And obviously Columbia at 5-2, Harvard at 6-1 with the slight edge in the overall record. But Rooster, I'll turn it over to you. Thoughts on this game and who comes out on top in the battle of academics?
Well, this is a very even matchup. When you look at the defensive statistics this season, I mean, the yardage per game between these two teams, Columbia is only allowing 12 more yards per game than Harvard. So, I mean, the defenses are very evenly matched. So, and then when you go to look at the scoring defense, Harvard is allowing 5 more points a game than Columbia this season. So, I mean, these teams are really, really evenly matched. So, I'm going to go with the Harvard Crimson in this one because the only common opponent that Harvard and Columbia both have is Dartmouth. And Harvard ended up beating Dartmouth on the road in this one, and Columbia lost the game at home. So, I'm going to take the Harvard Crimson in this one, take the home team with the home field advantage.
Both guys going with Harvard. I see where this is heading. To Rooster's point, though, when you look at Columbia's defense, they've had 6 sacks on the season, 7 interceptions, 6 passes defended. They've been really effective on defense. Leading tackler being Rocco Malia with 44 tackles. He's going to be a key to this Columbia Lions defense. And when you look at their pass game, they're actually splitting reps between the two quarterbacks and Chase Goodwin and Cole Freeman. And they've led with Godwin contributing over 800 yards passing and Friedman adding 603 yards. Not a good recipe when you're trying to go on the road into rivalry territory. When you look at the other side of the ball with Harvard, Crimson defense is averaging around 20 points per game giving up, and Harvard's offense is averaging 392 yards per game, split between 786 on rushing and over 1,500 on passing. So they're doing pretty good this year. And then you look at their quarterback in Jaden Craig. Love this guy. Over 1,500 yards and 349 yards rushing to the running back of Xavier Baskin. Pretty cool name there. In the end, guys, I got to agree with you. I think Harvard just has the edge. I think they've got the better roster. And I think with the home field advantage, as crazy as this sounds, and who knows what's going to happen on Saturday, the weather's looking pretty nice for both of these teams. But I think Harvard edges out with the win at home late in the game. Fourth quarter win, maybe wins by 7 to 10 points. Give me the Harvard Crimson in this one. Let us know down in the comments if you're a fan of the Ivy League, if you're excited for some FCS games on Saturday. Let us know down in the comments who you think is going to come out on top in Cambridge, Massachusetts at Harvard Stadium.